My name is Stephen Luciani, and I live in Centerville. Fondest memories of me living in Barnstable is when I opened up my business back in 1970. And I moved here from Hyannis, and I saw a big difference between Hyannis and Centerville. Centerville had more of a homier atmosphere to it. And then when I opened up my business, the people were friendlier, and things just rolled from there. I just love the village of Centerville. When I got married in '67, I lived in Dorchester, in Hyde Park, and I used to stock shelves at a supermarket. And I was getting married, and I looked around at all the guys who were stocking shelves, and I said, I got to do something different. So my aunt worked for a company called Emerson Rug Company up in Dedham. She says, why don't you come and work for us? I didn't know anything about carpets, so I went there. I started, they threw me in a corner, sell those remnants, started selling remnants. Then within a year, they said, we're going to open up a store in Cape Cod. You want to manage it? I said, sure. I didn't know what the hell I was doing. So my wife and I came down to the Cape. She hated it down here. Take a city girl bring her down to the sticks back in '68. But now she loves it after 5 years. After she was here 5 years, she doesn't want to move back. But Emerson Rug opened up. I opened up that store and in 1968. And they opened up another one in Orleans, so I managed both stores. But then they were bought out by another company, Allen Carpet in New York, and I didn't like them, the way they did business. It wasn't a capey type of business. So I left them in 1970, and with two other fellas, we opened up Coach Light Carpet. We started out at bought 3 vans. I do everything on a gut instinct. Bought 3 vans. We were going to be a shop-at-home service. That's where the name Coach Light Carpet came from. We were coaches going out to sell carpets. But then in Centerville, where I am, a store went out of business. It was a wallpaper store. So we said, let's go in there. So that's what we did. I moved in there. Been there ever since. What's that, 44 years? And 46 years, whatever it is. But that's how I started in it. And those 2 fellas left, and I've been alone with it since 1985. My son and I run it, and I have the installers, and we more or less specialize in the service of it. If something goes wrong, we take care of it. And you're always trying to keep up with the new products that are out there. And one of the new products way back in '92 was Pergo. And I loved that product. I went full steam ahead with it, and we became a #1 dealer in Cape Cod selling Pergo, laminate floors. Now everybody sells it, but now there are new products taking that place. So basically, that's how I started in the business. When I used to come to work, I lived on Old Stage Road, come down Old Stage Road, and at the lights, at that time, that island was only about 15 feet long before they did the road expansion. And it looked crappy. So I said, and the town had Adopt a Spot program. So I called and they said, yeah, you could put some flowers there. So I did, and I took care of it. And then when the town expanded the road, they increased it to about what it is now, 50 feet. I never even measured it yet. But so I just continued doing it. And I had fun doing it. And the people who went to work, it actually invigorated them to go to work. A lot of people call me and say, gee, when I stop at those lights, I really feel great. Another thing I threw on there was those little signs, tidbits of information. I just go on the internet and I put down interesting facts, and every 20 days I change those. There's like 15 of them. People get a kick out of that. Then with the Iraqi and Iranian, Afghanistan war, I put a little memorial there for the mothers with their children, men and women who were lost during the war. So I keep that up. It's a little memorial. And as I was putting that memorial up, you'll be surprised how people are nice. A fella came by and he had stones that he carved with stars in the middle of it. He said, "I'd like to give you one for that," because it was, it's Heroes Mothers. I can't even think of the name that's out there. But it's mothers whose sons and daughters have died. So he gave me a stone, and I put it there. I put a flag on it, and I have a flag for each of the 14 people, 16 people that died. And I keep that up, and that's something I just like to do for the servicemen. And then I adopted the corner where the graveyard is, because I have my little displays there, the different seasons. I put in different themes. Like right now is Easter. Next week I'm going to be putting up Iwo Jima again for the 4th of July. And we have Christmas, Thanksgiving, Halloween, and the Irish. What's that Irish one? St. Patrick's Day. I get one of those. And then the poor fella that owned the Cape Motel on Craigville Beach Road passed away. His wife didn't want to take care of, she tried to, the other little island, so she asked if I wanted it, so I said, yeah. So instead of putting flowers there, I put a beach scene, because everybody was always asking me as I was doing the flowers, where's Craigville Beach? So I made a beach scene there, and I put a little sign, Craigville Beach, that way. So they all get a kick out of it, and I get a kick out of it, and I love to, and they always ask me, what kind of flowers are there? I don't know the names of any of the flowers. I just go to Country Gardens or Mahoney's. I see what I like, I pick it up, I plant it. Usually it lives, sometimes it dies. But as I say, I just do things by gut. I'm not a Virgo, I'm a Sagittarius. Centerville. I love Centerville, at the village itself. The people are nice. I mean, we have Old Home Week. We have Main Street Centerville is something that's, it's like a, who's that artist? Rockwell, Norman Rockwell. It's like that. When I play Santa there, you know, you're going to see me out in the island pretty soon. I bought a peacock outfit, and I have signs made, and they're going to be on the island. I'm going to be in a peacock outfit. I hope people don't shoot me thinking I'm a bird. But I'm raising money I have a food pantry at my store that I have people give me food. If I have an old rug, and they bring me food for the food pantry, and I give it mostly to the non-vets, which is now the Veterans Outreach, all right? So I'm going to be out there with a bucket and some balloons and flowers raising money. I did it last year. I made $1,000 with donations. They didn't give me food, they gave me money, but they can just drop off food. It's like the firemen. I got the idea from the firemen with the boots. So I'm out there with a peacock outfit pretty soon. So I like to do different things like that. And I don't like politics too much. I'm in the Centerville Civic, but I'm the vice president, but I don't like that. I don't want to be president of it. I just want to be a helper. I'm not that person we all have our own things to do in life. Some things you like to do, some things you don't. I don't like the politics of things, because that's why I got in trouble with the playground. I just went and did it, and I got in trouble, but that's the way I am. I was class president of my high school, and I didn't like that, but I was. But it's just the way it is sometimes. Stephen Luciani, live in the village of Centerville.